Who's the smartest criminal you've ever encountered? Let me tell you about a guy I knew back in the early 80s. We'll call him Jim. Jim had his eyes on a high-powered superbike, but he knew he couldn't afford it. So he drove to London, scouted for days, and finally found the exact bike model parked outside someone's house. Late at night, armed with a slide hammer, Jim popped the lock and stole the bike. Once home, he stripped the bike completely, leaving only the frame and the bottom half of the engine, which he dragged into the weeds at the back of his garden. He then set it on fire to make it look abandoned. Weeks passed, and with weeds growing over it, Jim finally called the cops to report a dumped bike frame in his garden. When the police arrived, Jim acted surprised, telling them he'd been away and found it upon his return. The officers took the frame and his details. A few days later, the police called Jim, revealing that the bike was stolen from London and declared a total loss by the insurance company, who asked the police to dispose of it. Now, because it was found in his garden and the insurance didn't want it, the cops had to ask if he wanted to keep the frame or have it thrown away. Jim, with perfect timing, said he'd always wanted to build a bike. The police returned the frame to him. Jim repainted it, reassembled the bike, and re-registered it as a Q-Reg, stolen and recovered. Now legally his. Brilliant.